Okay, I hope you are now familiar with the formula of variable aggregates of national income. So let us start with the numerical questions. Okay, there are actually 23 questions, I believe. 23, yeah, 23 questions are there. Only 23 questions are there. Okay, if you find any question from sample paper or whatever, you can send me the question. I will solve in case you are not able to solve the question. Okay, but you are free to solve the questions on your own. Okay, so from the data given below, estimate the compensation of employees. Okay, so you have five variables given out here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number one, wages and salaries received by the staff in cash. Number two, value of free housing facilities, subsidy on lunch, dinner to the staff. This employer's contribution to social security. This is ESS only. Okay, and this compensation received by an injured worker from the insurance company. So this is not sorry, these are the five items. Okay, now we will start the question. What do we have to calculate? We have to calculate compensation of employees, that is COE, compensation of employees. Now have a look at number one, wages and salaries received by the staff in cash. Now, why to write so much, isn't it? So it will be better if you just write this number, Roman number one. And what is this Roman number one? It is actually the wages and salaries received by the staff in cash. Now let me take you to the formula. This is the income method, because in income method we calculate the COE. Wages or salaries, okay, it is included. Now number two, value of free housing facilities. And while explaining this video, I had said that free accommodation, right? This is the housing facility. This is the salary in kind. So this is to be included. Number two. Okay. Now, number three, subsidy on lunch, dinner to the staff. Salary in kind. Okay. Number four, employer's contribution to social security. Okay. So it can include your PF also. Okay. One of you asked me the question about PF. So PF is included here only. Number four. And this is this part, ESSS. Okay. So number three is included. Oh, sorry. Number four. Yeah. Now, number five, compensation received by an injured worker from the insurance company. Now, insurance should be also be there according to the ESI. No, this will not be included. Why? Because in ESS, this number four, okay, in employer's contribution to social security, insurance is already included. It is already out there. Okay, in this ESS. Okay, insurance amount has been already included out here. So if you plus again, there will be the problem of double counting. Okay, so just to avoid that part, you will not include it. So the figures are given already. Okay, so you know this. Okay, so just look at the figures 528, 162, 32, 28, and you will get the answer. Okay, so similarly, question number two is the same thing. You can solve. Okay, wages and salaries, commission obviously paid to the staff members. Okay, value of free medical facilities, yes, salary in kind. Value of subsidized food, yeah. And travel allowance towards actual expenses. Now, as I already said, that TA will not be included out here, isn't it? Because TA money, it should be included only when the traveling purpose is there, right? And that money, that TA money, it can be only used for the traveling purpose. But remember, whatever the TA is allowed to the worker should also be included out here, okay, in COE, because you are compensating the employees. But however, that TA should be used by the staff only for the traveling purpose, only and only for the traveling purpose. So remember this, okay? Yeah, you may be having this kind of a confusion because in the previous video I said that TA will not be included. Yes, TA is not a part of this COE. Remember, TA is not a part of COE. It is never a part of COE. Okay, but you can see out here inside the bracket it is mentioned towards actual expenses. So whatever the expenses that has been realized by the employee will be given to the uh, employee, ultimately to the staff member of your company or any kind of firm. Okay, so in this case what, okay, so what is this, by the way, what is happening here? Okay, practically if we just see this particular question 2 5, this travel allowance towards actual expenses, what is this, by the way? uh, Employee first will make this expenditure. Okay, employee from his own salary will pay the travel allowance, and after he make the travel that expenses, TA will be allowed when the employee go to accountant. Okay, will approach accountant with all the vouchers and the bills of the traveling expenses, then it will be, I mean, the amount will be dispersed to it. So hence we are compensating the employee. Okay, so remember this, because this is how, you know, the people they make extra money, the black money you say. Okay, because I said that TA is not a part of COE. Why? Because what they do in the real world is they receive TA. Let us say TA is 500. Okay, so they receive the money TA 500, but the actual expenditure is only 100. Now 400, don't you think it is a scam out here? Huh? Don't you think this 400 is the case of 420 out here? So this is how they earn the black money, and it goes in crores if you have a look at the macroeconomic situation. Okay, be it in terms of firms or from government, whatever. Okay, the various agencies are involved out there. Okay, so I don't want to go in that part. So this is how we can correct that part. Now you can try question number 3 and 4 by yourself. Okay, question number 5. Calculate operating surplus from the following data. Royalty will be there, rent will be there, interest will be there. Okay, this gross domestic GDP will not be included, first of all, and profit. So 1 2 3 and 5, we already know the formula of OS, operating surplus out here. Where is that? Yeah, okay, in fact the royalty is included in rent only, as I already said in the question answer video. Okay, but sometimes it can be given separately also. Okay, like sometimes rent may not be given, royalty will be given, so in that case royalty will be included. Okay, so this is how you get your answer for question number 5. Question number 6, same thing, rent, interest, undistributed profit, okay, mixed income, dividend, NIT will not be there, and then ultimately corporate tax, because profit means undistributed profit or retained earnings, dividend, and corporate tax. Okay, so first you can find profit, then you can use the formula also. Okay, or simply you can directly, if you are familiar with the terms and the formula, then you can simply just write rent, interest, undistributed profit, mixed income. Oh, sorry, mixed income is not a part of the operating surplus. Sorry. Mixed income. Array, cross this mixed income. Okay. Dividends, yes. NIT, cross this, and corporate tax. So here you will be having one, rent, two, interest, number three, undistributed profit. Mixed income is not a part of COE. Sorry, what's that called? OS. Okay. Dividends, yes. And then ultimately corporation tax. Okay. So we can calculate 7, 8, 9, 10. If there is any problem, if your answer is not matching, let me know. Okay. If you are facing any kind of problem, just let me know. Now let us go to number 11. You have to estimate operating surplus again, but oh, sorry, question number 11, sorry. Yeah, because question number 10 is also the same thing, operating surplus. Yeah. Question number 11. Now, on the basis of information given below, estimate national income. So, as I already said that national income is your NNPFC. National income is always and always at NNPFC. So, you have to calculate NNPFC. Okay. And then the next part of the question is you need to calculate NDP MP. Okay. So, how to start the question? Have a look at the question now. Gross value of output, value of intermediate consumption, depreciation, indirect taxes, subsidies, net factor income from abroad. Now you will be confused at first. Which formula to apply? Which formula to apply? If in the question it is silent, okay, sometimes it will be mentioned in the question, but many of the times question is silent. So in that case, you have to look at the data that is given in the question. As you can see out here, there is the value of output, value of intermediate consumption. Okay. So this is actually giving you a hint that you should use value added method. You cannot use income method because there is no information regarding COE. Have a look at the question. Is there any kind of information regarding COE? No. Is there any kind of information regarding MI? No. Any information regarding this OS? No. Expenditure method. Any expenditure is there? Consumption expenditure, investment expenditure, government expenditure, export, GDCF. Is there anything? No, nothing is out here. So you have only one option, that is the product method or value added method. Okay. Now you will use the formula of this product method. You know this GVA MP equals to value of output minus value of input. So GVA MP equals to value of output minus value of input. Okay. So yes, GVA MP equals to value of output minus value of input. The value of output is 18,000. Okay. And the value of input is 5,500. So you just subtract this part. Why did I wrote this twice? Yeah. So 12,500 you will get GVA MP. But GVA MP is not your answer because you need to find national income from this part, right? So you have GVA MP. So now from GVA MP you need to convert to NNPFC. Now the conversion will, I mean that this conversion, I hope you are familiar with this conversion chart. Now we will use this chart. Okay, so we found this value GVAMP, right? That is the GVAMP is equals to GDPMP only, isn't it? So from GDPMP or GVAMP, you need to go to national income, NNPFC. So what you need to do? It is gross, isn't it? The first letter it will tell you whether it is gross or net. The second letter it will tell you whether the product is domestic or national. Okay, if it is V or D, it is domestic, but if it is N, it is national. Okay, this A or D is sorry, A or P, it means the same thing only. Okay, product, whatever, added, whatever, it's the same thing. This number, I mean this letter, okay, MP and FC. Okay, now you need to convert this. So using that conversion chart, gross to net, what you do? Gross to net minus depreciation. Gross to net minus depreciation. Okay. Domestic, because this GVA is equals to GDP MP only. So D to N, domestic to national, plus NFIA. Okay. So A and P, that is the GDP. So PP, it's the same thing. So now MP to factor cost. MP to factor cost, what you will do? You will subtract NIT. So this is how you can derive the formula. Okay. You can learn the formula also, but why to learn when you have the conversion table, right? So this is your national income, 10,050 rupees in crore. That is 10,050 crore. Okay. The first part of the question is completed. Now we need to go to the next part. So in the first part, we have already found GDP MP. We have already calculated GDP MP, 12,500, because GVA MP and GDP MP, they are same. Okay. So we can simply write out here GVA MP because this is your GDP MP only. Okay. So now see, this is your gross. So you need to convert this gross to net. So gross to net, what you will do? Minus depreciation. Okay, so this is your GDP MP only. So D, domestic, product, market price. Simple. So this is how you will get your figure of 11,000 rupees in crore. So this is how you solve question number 11. Okay. So there are other questions also, but I will be solving those questions in the next video. Okay. But let us just see whether I have highlighted this part. Okay, yeah, you can solve this question number 12 by yourself. Okay, you can solve this question number 13 and 14 also. You can try by yourself because everything is mentioned in the question. Okay, this question number 15 I will explain in the next video only. Okay.